When your cat looks at you from across the room and slowly closes their eyes, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it looks peaceful, calm, maybe even sleepy. But behind that quiet moment, there's something deeper that most cat owners never fully understand. It's one of the most emotionally loaded signals your cat can send you. And if you miss it or worse, respond the wrong way, which most owners do, you could be breaking a line of communication your cat has been trying to open for years. Let's start with what that slow blink really means. Have you ever assumed your cat was just tired, just zoning out, half asleep, not really paying attention to you? Most people do. The slow blink looks passive, lazy even. So the natural assumption is that it doesn't mean much. Your cat is relaxed, comfortable, ready for a nap. Here's what's actually happening. That slow blink is not an accident. It is not drowsiness. It is a deliberate, conscious choice your cat is making in that exact moment. In the wild, a predator never closes its eyes. Not fully, not around anything it perceives as a threat. Closing your eyes even for a second is one of the most dangerous things an animal can do. It means lowering your guard completely. So when your cat looks directly at you and chooses to close their eyes slowly, they are making a calculated decision. They are telling you, without words, that you are not a threat, that in your presence they do not need to stay alert, that you are safe. Think about that for a second. Your cat's entire survival system is built around staying vigilant, and they are voluntarily switching it off for you. That is not sleepiness. That is the beginning of something much more deliberate. And by the way, if your cat has ever slow blinked at you and then immediately looked away, don't brush that off. We'll come back to what that specific moment means at the end. And it changes everything about how you read their signals. What a university study found that nobody talks about. In 2020, researchers at the University of Sussex and the University of Portsmouth conducted one of the first controlled scientific studies on slow blinking in domestic cats. What they found was not what most people expected. They tested whether cats would slow blink back at humans who initiated the gesture. And not just with their own owners, with strangers too. The result: cats were significantly more likely to slow blink at humans who had slow blinked at them first. But here is the part the headlines missed. The cats who received slow blinks from humans also showed measurably more approach behavior. They moved closer. They were more willing to interact. Their body language shifted from neutral to affiliative, which is the scientific term for bonding behavior. What that means in plain terms: your slow blink literally changes how your cat experiences you. It lowers their social guard. It signals safety. And their slow blink back is confirmation they are choosing to return that signal to you specifically. This is not a coincidence. This is not warmth being projected onto an animal that doesn't understand it. This is a documented, reciprocal communication system between your cat and you. The science says your cat knows exactly what they are doing. The invisible mark they leave when they look at you. There is something happening alongside the slow blink that most owners never think about. When your cat holds your gaze before they close their eyes, they are doing something territorial. Not in an aggressive way, in the deepest, most protective sense of the word. Cats mark what belongs to them, their space, their sleeping spots, their favorite people. They use scent glands along their cheeks, their foreheads, the base of their tail. But scent is not the only way they mark what is theirs. Sustained, calm eye contact, followed by a slow blink, is a form of social claiming. Behavioral scientists who study feline communication describe this as affiliative gazing. The cat is not just looking at you. They are placing you inside their social circle. They are filing you under mine. Not mine as in ownership. Mine as in, this is someone I protect. Someone I trust enough to be vulnerable around. Someone who belongs in my world. The slow blink is the final signal in that process. It is the close of a negotiation your cat has already decided to win in your favor. Now, before we keep going, if this is making you see your cat differently, hit like and subscribe. That's how we reach more cat owners who actually want to understand what their cat is really saying, where this behavior comes from, and how far back it goes. The slow blink did not appear in domestic cats because humans taught it to them. It has roots that go back much further than the human-cat relationship. In feline colonies, groups of related cats living in close proximity, slow blinking and soft eye contact are used between individuals who have established trust. Mother cats use it with their kittens. Siblings use it during grooming sessions. It is a social regulator, a way of saying, right now, we are not competing. Right now, we are safe together. What happened when cats domesticated alongside humans roughly 10,000 years ago is that they transferred this ancient intraspecies signal to us. They started treating us the way they treat their own. That is not a small thing. Your cat is not applying human logic to their relationship with you. They are applying cat logic, the deepest, most sincere version of it. And in their social language, offering a slow blink to another living being means you have been classified as family. Not like family, not symbolically. In the actual neurological framework of how your cat processes relationships, you are in the same category as the cats they would have grown up with, protected and groomed. Why they don't do this for everyone. Here is what makes this even more meaningful. Your cat does not slow blink at strangers. Not at the repair person who came by last week. Not at your neighbor who tries to pet them every time they visit. Not even at everyone in your household, not with the same frequency, not with the same depth. Behavioral researchers have observed that slow blinking in cats is preferential. It clusters around specific individuals, the ones with consistent routines, the ones whose scent is woven into the cat's sense of home, the ones the cat has spent months or years quietly assessing. Your cat has been watching you, learning your patterns, your sounds, your energy, and at some point, without you knowing exactly when they made a decision, they decided you were worth the vulnerability. The slow blink is not a reflex. It is the result of a long, private evaluation that your cat ran entirely on their own, and you passed. What it means when they look away right after. Remember earlier, I mentioned that if your cat slow blinks and then immediately looks away, you should pay attention to that. Here is what I was talking about. Most owners see the look away and feel a small sting of rejection, like the moment was over, like the cat lost interest. Here's what most owners never realize. The look away is not the end of the signal. It is the completion of it. In feline body language, breaking eye contact after a slow blink is an act of peace. It means, I am not challenging you. I am not watching you for threat. I trust you enough to stop watching altogether. Holding eye contact too long, even between cats who like each other, carries tension. It can tip into dominance behavior. The look away releases that tension intentionally. It says, we are good. There is nothing left to negotiate. So the full, slow, blink, sequence, eye contact, slow, close, look away is your cat completing a full trust statement, beginning, middle, and end. And the next time it happens, the correct response is simple. Slow blink back. Then look away gently yourself. You are not ending the moment. You are answering it. So when your cat looks at you from across a quiet room, holds your gaze for just a second, and slowly closes their eyes, that is not nothing. That is your cat doing something that goes against every instinct they were built with, lowering their guard, removing you from their threat landscape, placing you inside the oldest, most protected category their brain knows how to create. That is not drowsiness. That is not a reflex. That is your cat choosing, deliberately and completely, to trust you. And that slow blink, the one you may have smiled at and moved on from 100 times, it was never small to them. It shouldn't be small to you either.